Welcome to Diary of an Ex-Ho. I'm Cheri Hardman. I'm your ex-ho, and today's guest is Mike Hanson. So sit back, relax, enjoy the episode, and remember the old saying, always a bridesmaid when you're a hoe.
I'm Mike Hanson. I grew up in Tacoma. I do stand-up comedy. I also have a normal day job. And I'm just an old, straight white male that everyone hates, so it's cool.
Okay, so the first thing we always do is a marry, shag, kill. I had this made for you probably, 6 months ago or something. So it's just been
I know I've been
sitting there.
avoiding this like therapy, I think.
It's just been sitting there. This one's relatively painless, so I'm going to go over there and get it.
I knew this was coming. I'm like, how is she going to set me up on this one? Not too bad?
Not bad at all.
All right.
All right.
You know me pretty well, so you probably already know what I'm going to pick, too.
I don't.
No? Oh, okay.
We'll see. So, you know the premise, marry, shag, kill. You
Right.
marry one, you shag one, you kill one. I do
Yep.
try to orient it to the person.
All
And
right.
what I did for you was I know your daughter was in a production of Mamma Mia.
Oh, all right.
So, the Mamma Mia edition. So there's Christine Baranski. These were all actresses that were in the movie Mamma Mia. Julie Walters and Meryl Streep. Who you going to marry? Who you going to shag? Who you going to kill? Now, did you ever see the movie Mamma Mia?
No, I refused to watch it before my daughter
Right.
before my daughter's thing. So
So
I
this
did
was
go
this
on,
Meryl Streep was the mother.
right.
Christine
Well, I watched the clips
Baranski.
after hers on YouTube, so I watched, her singing
Okay.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
and then
Which my daughter could outsing Meryl Streep like 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, it was ridiculous.
your daughter's a great singer. So do you know either one of these actresses?
Not really. Julie Waters, I have no clue who she is.
Okay.
so-
Christine Baranski was in
I know she looks kind of bougie. So
she's in the Whoville movie.
yeah, that's
And
right.
and she was kind of a trampy in this movie. But anyway, so
Yeah,
go ahead.
I remember from this movie. I remember. Yeah. So
All right.
definitely like kill Julie Waters just because I don't know her. Sorry.
All right.
Shag would be the Whoville whore, and then I'd have to Meryl Streep just because she's like classy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good call. Goodbye, Julie. Okay. All right. Let me see where we're going to go first. Try not to freak Mike out.
No, I'm
Have
good.
you, okay, have you ever hooked up with anybody because of comedy?
I don't think so. Yeah.
No
Like
fans?
I've had a couple women that like hit me up after the shows. This was early on in comedy, not even recently. It was early on in comedy. One had like 6 kids that she adopted all 6. I was like, that's a red flag. Like, I'm good. And then the other one, she was actually super hot. And then she ended up just being like a drunk and trying to get drugs later or something like that. And I'm like, what makes you think I have a hookup to like Percocets and shit? Like, chill out. So I had to ignore her. She actually lived right near you. It was weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then, not really. Like, especially like trying to date and stuff. A lot of women were like, oh, I bet you have like a bunch of women after you with comedy and stuff. I was like, actually, no, not at all. It's not even like that at all.
Now, when you were growing up, I know that your mom has asked.
Yeah.
Were your parents like married while you were growing up and everything?
This is the best story. My parents actually, I don't know the timelines and I don't care to know, but they got married somewhere around the time I was born or before. I'm not sure. Then they got divorced. Then 3 years later, they got remarried, had my sister, and then got divorced again. So they were married to each other twice. And for just like within 3-4 years, I think they were married twice and divorced twice.
Wow.
My mom was actually married like 4 times. She married this dude named Frank for like 2 weeks and then divorced him. Well, he like kicked his son putting together something. My mom was like, pack up your shit, Mike, we're out. I was like, all right, cool. And then she married Gary and my stepdad in like 85. I think 84, 85, both my parents remarried for the last time. And my mom passed away married. And then my dad is still married to this day to his wife.
Okay, so I'm trying to not say this in a rude way because it's
No,
like,
say whatever you want.
well, the question on paper is, do you think your parents were good relationship role models?
Them themselves probably no, but like down the road, once they figured it out, yes.
Okay, some people it takes them a while to
Yeah.
get
Yeah,
there.
that's why it's tough. I mean, you don't know what you're doing. There's no book on it, right?
Right. Well,
You
then
can get
how do you,
advice from people.
okay, so how do you think their relationships have affected how you do relationships?
I never really thought of that. I always think of other like pet peeves and shit or like good things about me or bad things about me that I blame on my parents, but I've never really thought about their relationship too much because I always think it's like grown folks' business. It's never kids need to realize like how their parents' relationships are has nothing to do with them. So I never really leaned in too much on how their relationship was.
Okay.
I think just my dad was attracted to her. She was a little bit older than him. And, my dad probably never had a girlfriend in his life up to then. And then he married a woman and been together, 30 some years. And, my mom found the nicest, sweetest guy that she could walk all over and wouldn't say no to her. But no, I love the guy. He was an amazing guy. And he loved my mom to the end of the earth. But that's where I think I was fortunate having a divorce because I got examples of good relationships on both sides in different ways of relationships.
Right. I see that. Okay. So I'm going to ask you about like what I call your sexual awakening. So it's like when you're a kid and you just started to realize, wait a minute, there's something going on in this world that I didn't previously know, whether it was something that you observed or changes in your body, whatever it was. Can you tell me about that a little bit?
Well, I'll tell you the first time I ever even thought anything different was I was sleeping and I thought I peed the bed. Like, I think I was thinking of Samantha Fox at the time. And I thought I peed myself out of nowhere. And I'm like, so I'm scared because I'm going to get in trouble in the morning because I peed the bed. Right. I don't pee the bed. I never have. But so I wake up in the morning, I'm looking for like the pee stain and I couldn't find it. And then it happened again regularly down the road. And then I was like, oh, okay. That's what happened.
Okay. I don't, like, I guess when I always thought about that happening, like as a girl, I would hear about it. And I imagined like gallons of cum, and kind of like, but,
no.
But I think
just a little spot, crusty
I
spot.
I think that's also how boys imagine girls' periods were too,
Yeah.
Just gallons of,
And I don't know, like, I don't know this because I never really looked into it. It just made me think of this right now. But I'm guessing when I was like 10 or 11, that happened. But I didn't have sperm probably at that time, right? Kind of like when you're fixed, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. I think you probably did.
Like, is it thinner then? Then it gets thicker when you're able to? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But that's why I felt like I peed or because,
Well, probably just because it was warm. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. That's so weird that we're talking about a 10-year-old's cum right now. So
mine, though. I'm not talking about someone else's stuff.
I know.
You're talking about your own, right?
I know,
It's not gay if you're talking about
so it's kind of weird. Did you have any celebrity crushes besides Samantha Fox?
Yes. Samantha Fox was kind of like I remember the first one. Tiffany. Tyra Banks was my teenage years.
Uh-huh.
And then she started talking too much and it got annoying. No, she just wanted to be Oprah all of a sudden. I was like, dude, just chill out. Like,
yeah.
No,
Okay, those are all three very different women.
they are.
So do you not have like a type?
I I think I kind of do, but also like I just am attracted to women. Like brunettes, blondes, redheads, short, tall. I'm actually not really into really thin women because that's uncomfortable. It hurts. But
Right. Bony pelvises, I know.
oh, dude, that's the worst. Like you're like, what the hell's wrong with my fucking shit?
Well, I know whenever I've seen you with women, they've been similar.
Yeah, I think now, like I'm a. It seems like my daughter kind of called me out because one time, because all of a sudden I started talking to this lady, and then we found out it's like her son is in the choir with my daughter. I was like, oh shit, okay. And then, but my daughter told me, she goes, yeah, Papa, that kind of makes sense. She goes, I think that's your type. But I was married to a woman that's 6 foot tall, but kind of brunette, dark blonde brunette, you know,
Mm-hmm.
curvy, somewhat curvy, but she was beautiful. But I think nowadays, I think I'm more attracted to like shorter, curvier women. I think like that's what seems to be my type
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
most part. Yeah.
Um, do you remember like do you have any turn offs? What are your turn offs?
Turnoffs are this is women that are rude to like customer service people.
Mm,
Like that, people that are rude to the waiters or bartenders for no reason, or the person that they're buying jeans from, like they're there just to do their job. Like
right.
even if they give you a little bit of like stress or whatever, or if they're stressed out, just realize like you don't know what's going on over there. Like don't be mean to people for no reason. I
Mm,
don't understand that, and that's like my biggest turn off. Or then like racist women. That's a big turn off. Like, oh yeah, I can't stand that.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I have a very interracial family. Like I have Cambodian people, Filipino people, black people, white people. Shoot, I don't even know, Hispanic people. Like I have so many different
Mm-hmm.
people in my family that like that's one thing I don't put up with
Right.
at all.
No tolerance for that.
No, none whatsoever. And which is funny because people look at me and they're like, "Oh, he looks like he's racist." I'm like, okay, sure, yeah, whatever.
Can't tell, can you?
Nope, you can't tell.
Do you remember like any kind of mainstream movie that you watched that you thought had like a really hot love scene or sex scene or anything like that?
Oh, trying to think. I remember when I was younger, like Porky's. I would try to watch Porky's, just because it had boobs in it and the girl
Yeah.
showering or whatever. I think. Um, yeah, that was pretty much it. Any pretty much any movie with like boobs in it when I was growing up.
Uh-huh.
But that was my thing. Like yeah, I didn't really care. I'm trying to think if there was like one person like I remember when I kind of got my teens, there was that that movie I think it was called The Masseuse. Um what is her name? She was in the remake of the Dumb and Dumber. I can't remember her name right now. Anyways, yeah, she was in this movie Masseuse, and she was just ridiculously hot.
Massaging people.
Or getting a massage, or so. I think she was getting a massage, but she had like the hugest boobs, and yeah, it was ridiculous.
Do you watch porn?
I do sometimes, yeah, not as much as I used to. Like when I was married, like I had to watch it way more than. No, I'm just kidding.
Um,
Uh,
do you have like a go-to category
I knew you were
that
going to
you're
ask me
willing
about
to
this.
share? Yeah.
All right, yeah, it's kind of like a whole fantasy from when I was like a teenager and like in my early 20s was where I would go over to help some older woman in her house, and then she would just come on to me. So like the whole plumber stuff and the
Right.
handyman stuff, I kind of like that.
Mm. I
You know,
get that because
the lady like is still in her robe when you're there to work on her
sometimes
house, and,
sometimes Dave and I play when he's mowing the lawn that he's like a
as you should.
neighborhood kid mowing the lawn, and then he comes in and I
You
give it
stand in
some.
the window, and
Yeah,
yeah, that's the
yeah,
best.
I get that. Okay. Do you think that porn has had any effects on your life?
Probably. Um, I don't know if it like, people say like it dulls your like excitement or whatever for other things, or maybe
Hmm.
you think maybe you think like that's the way it really is in real life and stuff. I think I was pretty good at knowing that that's not exactly what it was, but also if the woman doesn't like it, what I'm doing, just communicate, in the bedroom, and then
Hmm.
normally I grew up doing puzzles. I like to figure out puzzles, so it was always kind of fun to figure someone out.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
Or they'd be like,
How,
"Oh shit, I didn't even know I like that."
right. How important is sex to you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Dude, I think it used to be like a 20. Like I think so. Like, and then now that I got older, I realized how like, you know, difficult it can be, like older, how, you want to be comfortable nowadays and all that stuff. And it's definitely probably now down to an 11, maybe. I don't know. I think it's important because otherwise you're just like best friends or roommates if you're not having
Right,
sex all the time.
right, right. It was funny last night at the show I was on. There was an older couple, like older than me, 70s, probably getting close to 80. I don't want to say that. They're not going to listen to this. They were old. And
Right.
so they were sitting there, and I was doing the joke about how Dave and I have sex the married people way. We do it spoon so that everybody can lay down.
Yeah. Oh, I love that joke.
And
But also, that's like great for the second or third time too.
this is good enough. I'm too tired to move. But they said they just popped out and they said that they take turns with positions. Like
As you
on
should. Yeah.
Wednesdays they do missionary.
They have a schedule. Honestly, schedules aren't bad when it comes to sex when you're older,
Yeah.
because
So
like
I thought that was really like cute and
that
interesting.
is really good.
Yeah. So
No, I've always been a fan of like switching it up. Like the same thing is boring all the time. Even if it's your favorite position, it'll just get like, oh, okay.
what's your definition of amazing sex?
Um, just when you're comfortable with somebody, like you feel confident, they make you feel confident, or there's equal energy on or effort on both sides. You know,
Mm,
uh, no one wants just someone there just to have sex with you because they feel they have to,
right.
or they just lay there and, oh, I'm hot, so I'm just gonna lay here. I don't have to do nothing. you know, you run into that a little bit sometimes. No, I think just equal effort, honestly.
All right, we're gonna go to the wheel of dirty questions now.
All right, you got me sweating over here, Jesus. Well, I
Sorry.
had to shut my windows because there's like dudes throwing like 2x4s around out in the back.
All right. All right, you only have to do one, so here we go.
Only one. All right,
If you had to pick a fetish, which one would you pick?
dude.
Feet, latex, diapers, balloons, or CBT? And I don't know what CBT is.
Neither. All right, I don't feel so bad. I was like, is that?
Like, I don't even remember writing this question, but let me look it up real quick. What is CBT?
Chat CBT.
That's not it. I probably should look at like what do you call it? Urban Dictionary. What does Urban Dictionary say for CBT?
Cock and ball torture. That sounds awful.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm good,
what you
dude.
gonna
I don't.
pick?
This is almost as bad as your Mary Shag Kill. This is, dude. Come
You
on,
want
all
to
this stuff is fucking weird as hell. Like feet. Like I think I got desensitized to feet when I was young because like my mom would like pay me to give her a foot massage or whatever. Nothing sexual, obviously, but just
right?
it just became normal. Like when the whole thing in like what's that? Pulp Fiction when they talk about a foot massage, how like how it's sensual, and the other one's like, no, like it's not at all. Like I just don't look at feet that way. Latex, like that sounds uncomfortable, and like my skin would screech. Like when diapers, gross.
Right.
Balloons, I maybe balloons, I guess, because you call women's boobs balloons sometimes.
Right.
That's the only thing I can think of.
This is a weird fucking question, and it is.
That is. Can we do another one?
Yes, we can, because I think I was starting to put more things in, and I was taking them off the list.
At least I'm a good sport and still answered. Oh, that's fucked up.
You asked for it? When was the last time you had sex with someone other than yourself?
It's my longest dry streak since I've been a virgin. It's probably 18 months, I think, probably.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm picky now or nervous that I'm older, but I think I would, I don't know. I don't like the drunk after the bar sex. Like that's horrible.
Right.
I mean, if it didn't sound so awful, like sex by appointment would be way easier. You're just ready for it. You're clean. You're ready to go. You brush your teeth. You smell good. You don't have nothing to worry about.
Well, that's why it's good sometimes to have like a fuck buddy that.
I had one for a while, but man, she just kept catching feelings, and nothing on her. But I just thought we had like great chemistry in the bedroom. I just didn't see ourselves like together because she was just so busy with her family and stuff like that. And but the sex was crazy. Like it was so good. Yeah.
How's your body image?
Can you see me? Like, not great. Obviously, like I think it's true when you like look back and you're like, oh, I was fat back then, and I was like, dude, I wish I looked like that back then. Type then in high school, like when people call me fat in high school, I look at my high school pictures. I'm like, dude, I was handsome as hell. Like I was like 220 pounds. Like I was pretty freaking good looking. And then now I just think like I don't know. I'm older also, so I know what I look like. I just need a woman that like, oh, I'm glad you're the ugly one, so it's fine. So no. Like that whole like king and queens thing when they always have the good looking smaller girl with the fat, chubby, funny, dumb guy.
I know, but I don't think that she probably looked at him that way. But
no, I don't think so. And that's what's awesome. That's what probably made him feel good. There's been people in my life that like maybe we didn't connect all the way, but I had friends tell me like she would make you feel amazing about yourself. And I was like, that's a good compliment to have from other people that you're that kind of a person. That
that's true.
Partner feel good about themselves. And
and that's really the best quality to have in a partner is that they make you feel good about yourself.
That's I was married for 13 years, with her for 19 years. And even after the divorce, she was like, you know what? You never called me a name to my face. You never yelled at me. You never put me down. You never called me anything derogatory in 19 years.
That's nice.
I just don't understand why people do that with the people they love, is like put them down or,
I don't either.
You're sad and that looks awful. I mean, you can say, all right, I like that one better. You don't have to say that looks awful. I like the other one better. But
I know mine's always been my philosophy to not ever say anything that I can't take back, because there are things that you can say that you just can never take back. All right. Well, what's the best compliment you've ever gotten on your naked body?
Dude, all right. I'm sure my daughter won't watch this as soon as she knows the topic. So I used to do a podcast with my cousins, Wayne and Corey, all the time. It's called We Suck at This. And Wayne would sneak and record shit that we would talk about before without us knowing. The stuff that that you're not supposed to go on a podcast.
Right.
And this was kind of in my whole phase after my marriage and stuff. And I told him, I was like, dude, I got told by 2 different women today that I have like the nicest looking dick ever. And so he's held that over my head so many
Oh.
times, but dude, I'm going to put this out. I'm going to put this out. I'm like, no, don't put that out. My daughter, and he didn't because of my daughter, but now I can tell you on this podcast. Yeah. One time, like, yeah, I think my eyes, obviously, like, a lot of people like my eyes. But no, for some reason, like, a lot of women have told me, like, dude, normally dicks are kind of ugly, but yours is actually kind of nice looking.
That is a very nice. That's a lovely compliment.
Yeah. I know people are like, oh, Mike's just thinking like arrogant about. No, like I wouldn't say it if it didn't happen.
Right. Do you have any sexual regrets?
Not maybe. I don't know. I honestly don't think so.
Okay.
Not that I can think of. But I didn't. I forgot you asked that question, but I haven't really thought about it. But I don't think so. Like, everything you do is for a reason. I think. It all.
So you've never made any poor choices, or you've just decided that those were lessons and
probably lessons. Yeah.
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 I get that. Do you have anything left on your sexual bucket list?
Not really. Nah.
Done it
No,
all.
I kind of. Yeah. I've done some cool things. Like I just think like a threesome or whatever. Like a lot of guys say that, but that just sounds like pressure to me. It just sounds like way too much pressure, man. I'm good.
For sure.
Somebody's relationship's going to get ruined. It's going to be crazy. Yeah.
What is your hoe song?
My whole song?
Yeah, when you hear it, like makes you.
Actually, I don't know if it's a song, but it might be a whole album. It's the Jodeci album, like the "Come and Talk to Me" and "Stay" and "Forever My Lady." Like, I think I lost my virginity to that music, and like whenever I think of it, I always think about it. I call it headboard music.
Okay. Okay.
I used to have this old school headboard with like drawer, with like doors, sliding doors in it. Then I put my speakers underneath the headboard and stuff. So I had like music on my board. Yeah.
What's your Instagram?
Cousin Mike 22.
Okay. And this is going to come out Wednesday, which is the 24th. So do you have any upcoming shows you want to promote?
Let's see. I'm doing I got a great show tomorrow, but it's already going to be out.
Yeah. Where are you going to be tomorrow?
I'm going to be at Scotty's, or not Scotty's, Charlie's, downtown Puyallup.
I thought that was today.
Or that is today. My bad.
Okay.
That's today. I'll be there today. It's still early, sure. I got like some road shows coming up. I got Oregon shows. I got like some Bremerton shows coming up. Just follow me on Instagram.
All right. Follow Instagram.
I always get booked. Like, I have a TCC show finally coming up hosting for some guy on the weekend. I think they booked him because he looks just like me, or booked me because I look just like him or something.
Well, that's kind of funny because I have 2 shows booked. They book me on these whenever it's a black man. They always
nice
pick me for those. So, I
always get booked on black women shows, but not black guys shows.
So I'm just going to throw mine out there. On the 28th, I'll be featuring at Tacoma Comedy Club. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but I see him refer to himself as Trey Anderson, but it looks like La Trey Anderson.
Okay.
So, anyway, I'm excited to meet him and do that. So now comes the time when you're just going to tell me a story about sex.
I thought I got off the hook there. You was asking me on my Instagram. I was like, shoot, we must be running long. Like, I got off the hook. I don't have to tell my whole stories. So you want stories? So about like what?
Whatever you might think is entertaining. Sometimes people tell embarrassing stories or the best sex they ever had or wild places they had sex. Just whatever.
That's probably mine. Like, I mean, that's probably what I miss now because you're older and you have to like almost prepare for sex. That when I was younger, like I would just have sex everywhere. Like, I don't want to name names. I'm not gonna do timelines or anything, so hopefully no one knows. But I know when I was younger, one of the most nervous times I ever had sex was my girlfriend at the time. I don't know if it was snowing out or something, but I got stuck at her house. Her parents were in the living room. So we're sleeping in the dining room on the floor, and she just jumps on and starts riding me
Oh, Lord.
around the corner from her parents. I'm just like, dude, your dad's going to fucking kill me. But she basically forced me. What am I supposed to do? I think I've had sex since, this is disrespectful, but I think I've had sex in like one of my girlfriend's parents' beds with her, but it was probably her idea. Y'all women are just awful like that.
I know.
No, like we used to have a sex in like cars or pull over on the freeway and then just like go into the bushes or whatever. And shoot, I had some other good stories too. I'm trying to think. I was at a Halloween party one time, and I was actually dressed as a pimp, and the person I was with was dressed as a prostitute. And we're like in this party, and then all of a sudden, like things pop off, and we go into this room that you can see like the kitchen where everyone's drinking, and there's like a window, but it's so dark in that room they can't see us. And then we're just going at it, watching everyone in the kitchen. Yeah, that random stuff. That's the hot stuff, really.
Have you ever had sex like at work?
Oh, that's the other place. Many times, like I can't even count. I lost count. There was this one lady. I was young. She was quite a bit older too. But we were in the break room, and she was wearing a skirt, and she just like sitting across. She just opens up her legs on purpose, and just shows me everything. I'm just like, and she just kind of grins at me, and I'm like, oh my God. Like I had no clue like she was attracted to me, anything. And then she like caught me back in the back office like later on, and like kind of like rubs up against me and then like shows me her boobs. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, we're having sex on the floor in the back. And then that went on for a while until we almost got caught a couple times.
Right.
But no, I would have, man, yeah, I would have like women show up at the end of the day if I managed an office or something back in the day when I was single and before I got married, and just, hey, stop by my work afterwards or whatever. Or, one time my buddy, he was doing our manager, and she was like this little girl, and he was trying to talk her into like doing a threesome with me in the back. And I'm like, dude, I can't do that. Like, I don't want to look at my manager that way. Like I'll lose respect.
Right.
Like it's like she was in love with him. She would buy him all kinds of shit and stuff. And, yeah, but yeah, they tried to get me that one time. I almost kind of regret it, but I don't. But you did that the swingers club up in Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
So Nara and I did that like the month before you guys did, or the month after, one of the two.
Right.
And we had a great time. And then Nara and I were standing outside, and this lady just kept hitting on me like nonstop. And I could see that she was with a couple, but they swapped dudes. But both the dudes just kept hating on me, like looking at me like, dude, no. Because she was like, hey, I want you to come upstairs, blah, blah, blah. One girl asked me and Arn to rotisserie her. And I was like, what does that mean? Then I had to Google it, just like that CBT shit. And then we were like, damn. I kind of like wish I kind of would have went up with that one chick, but I think it would have caused a lot of problems because the dudes were mad because we had nothing in return,
Mm.
So, but yeah, I just wish I wasn't so nervous. But that's one of those times where you're drinking and it would probably be embarrassing or whatever too. So,
did you hear that place caught on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, I did all right.
Making me think about all the places I used to have sex with.
Yeah, where was your favorite place?
Oh God, I used to when I was 17, I was having a fling or affair, whatever, with this 27-year-old hairdresser.
Yeah.
He was straight, but he thought he was like Warren Beatty and shampoo. And so he always had women over there, and he would call me. I just lived a few blocks away. So if he had no customers or something, he would call me to come down, and he would just play with my hair and stuff. And we would have sex in there, and we had sex on the barber chair. Then one time he had people in there, and we went in the bathroom and had sex. That was like weird,
Yeah,
to have sex with the barber. with the barber in the barber shop. That was weird. And then
I got a blowjob one time from a lady that was cutting my hair
really,
in the chair. Like she
really,
went underneath the cape and shit. Yeah, that was pretty hot. Actually.
yeah. So, and lots of work sex and stuff. But my
Yeah,
mom,
work sex is like that's
my
fun.
mom owned a restaurant, so I don't want to. She doesn't listen to this, but
I worked at a restaurant, but I don't think I ever had sex there. No,
I was like the night manager, so I could like keep people after work.
I was always the manager at every place. I was always there last, and
Uh-huh.
but I never did have sex with an employee.
Mm-hmm.
I always kept that very professional. But anyone I had, like when I was very young, I was new, and that was that one lady that I had sex with. Her name was Deborah. No one knows her last name, but yeah. Well, this was fun. It wasn't so bad.
That was fun. No, see, you survived it. I know
know.
you've been dodging this for a while, so I'm glad that I finally.
I get anxiety over some stuff now. Not like crazy panic anxiety, but I'm just like, I don't know. I just
Nothing is ever. What is it? Nothing is ever as good or bad as you imagine it to be. So,
right.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you. It was a lot of fun. This will be out on Wednesday, so I'll send you the link and stuff. So
we'll do. I'll share it. I think I had a pretty good viewing on your last podcast, the pet one, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You did.
We'll see. I'm gonna be angry if I don't get a lot of views on this one.
All right. Well, make sure those bitches watch. All right.
Yeah,
bye.
The ones that are lining up ready to fuck some fat comedian. It's cool.
Hey, come on! I get a lot of. I'm a big fat woman, and I get a lot of.
You're pretty. I'm.
Well, you're handsome, so.
Yeah. That's what my driver's license used to say. It's cool.
What it used to say?
Handsome.
What?
Handsome.
Oh,
like my last name Hanso, and then it was MJ, so it said handsome.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.